You've been hiding for far too long behind the boy you once were, the one who feared rejection, avoided responsibility, and hesitated to rise when it mattered most. But that version of you is no longer enough to carry the weight of your destiny, and it's time now to bury him with honor and let the man rise from the ashes of his former self, stronger, wiser, unbreakable, and forged by fire, because the world does not wait for anyone to grow up, and life will not adjust its weight to suit the strength of your shoulders. So your only option is to grow stronger and demand more of yourself than you ever thought possible. To silence the whining voice of comfort that whispers, "Not today," and answer instead to the roar of discipline that screams, "Now." Because the boy dreams, but the man executes. The boy wants, but the man builds. The boy blames, but the man takes ownership of every scar, every loss, every missed opportunity, and turns them into bricks for the fortress of his character. Because until you hold yourself accountable, until you stop waiting for someone to save you, until you stop making excuses for why you're still stuck in the same cycles, you'll remain exactly where you are, lost, timid, fragile. So kill the boy who hesitated when it was time to lead, who ran when it was time to stand, who pointed fingers when he should have taken the blow, and let the man be born who does not ask for an easier path, but demands of himself stronger legs to climb, who understands that pain is not the enemy but the tutor, that struggle is not a curse but the crucible, because greatness is not handed out, it is earned inch by inch, decision by decision, discipline by discipline, and that means killing the part of you that chooses distraction over purpose, pleasure over progress, validation over truth, because the boy seeks applause, but the man seeks mastery. The boy wants to be liked, but the man knows he must sometimes be hated for standing his ground. The boy fears failure, but the man knows failure is the classroom where champions are born, and if you continue to let that boy drive the ship of your life, you will crash against every wave of adversity. But if the man takes the helm, calm, deliberate, relentless, there is no storm you cannot navigate, no mountain you cannot summit, no burden you cannot carry. And this transition is not symbolic. It is savage. It is violent. It requires sacrifice, not of comfort alone, but of identity. It means breaking your own heart when you realize how long you've betrayed your own potential, how many mornings you hit snooze on your own greatness, how many times you let fear write your story. But it also means rebirth, regeneration, resurrection. It means finally walking like someone who knows his name, speaking like someone who carries weight, moving like someone who has purpose written into every fiber of his being. Because the man does not run from responsibility. He chases it. He does not complain about problems. He solves them. He does not look for motivation. He creates it through ritual, repetition, and refusal to quit. And you must understand that manhood is not a number. It's not bestowed by age. It is chosen in moments of decision. When it's easier to lie and you choose to tell the truth. When it's easier to quit and you choose to fight. When it's easier to point out what's wrong with the world and you choose to fix what's wrong with yourself. And every day you delay this, rebirth is another day you deny the world the strength of your truest self. The one who can lead, build, protect, transform. The one who can inspire others not through words but by the weight of his actions, the consistency of his character, the depth of his integrity. So dig a grave for the boy today, not with sadness but with gratitude. Thank him for getting you this far. Then walk away and don't look back. Because the man is needed now. The mission is too critical, the hour too late, the stakes too high. And you know it deep in your soul. You feel it in your bones. That ache to be more, that itch to break free of excuses. That fire that tells you you were not made for mediocrity, and you weren't. You were made for war, for purpose, for victory, And that victory starts when you accept that no one is coming to push you. No one is coming to pull you. It's on you now. It's always been on you. To rise and become the kind of man that boys can look up to, that women can rely on, that enemies respect, and that your future self will thank you for. And you'll get there not by waiting, but by waking up early, by pushing harder, by setting standards so high even your former self wouldn't recognize you, by refusing to negotiate with weakness. Because every time you compromise, you give that boy a little more breath, and he'll suffocate the man in you if you let him. So don't let him. Not today. Not ever. Kill the boy and let the man be born in your discipline, in your work ethic, in your focus, in your silence when others complain, in your action when others stall, in your unshakable resolve to build a life that outlives you, to build a legacy not from applause, but from obedience to your highest calling, to become the protector, the provider, the leader, the learner, the servant, the warrior. And it will not be easy. It's not supposed to be. Because if manhood were easy, the world would not be filled with so many grown males walking around in grown bodies but carrying boyish fears, appetites, and delusions. And you are not meant to be one of them. You are meant to be different, set apart, unshaken by the chaos around you, because you've built the storm inside you. And when the winds of life howl, when temptation knocks, when failure comes, when weakness beckons, you answer not with excuses but with excellence, not with retreat but with resilience, not with blame but with boldness, because the man you're becoming understands that life is war, and every day is a battle for your future, and you win it not once but again and again and again, in how you think, how you show up, how you move, and what you tolerate from yourself. And if you want peace, build strength. If you want honor, earn respect. If you want freedom, embrace responsibility. Because everything you want costs everything you are, and the boy cannot pay that price. But the man can, and will, and must.